How you doing? What's up? This is Lucid, the engineer side. And I say that because I am also a producer and artist. Even though I ain't dropped a song in a while or even made beats as of lately, I am still a producer and an artist. But today we're gonna be on the engineer side. So today I'm gonna be telling you 8 ways you can use eight things you can use to make your life easier as an audio engineer. Before we start the video, I just want to let y'all know the song I'm gonna kind of be playing, like barely, a little bit, kind of slightly, still a fire ass song. It's called I done forgot what a goddamn song called. Trying to goddamn start the video. What is this shit called? Oh, yeah. Really a Done by SackboyKey. I got a little mention in the song, not too crazy. But yeah, Really a Done by SackboyKey is on his latest project, I think. Well, it might not be on the latest by the time this comes out. Maybe not, maybe it will, I don't know. But yeah, I put his Spotify and all that, the link to Spotify and maybe YouTube or Instagram if you want to listen to all this stuff, with the link in the bio. You can go and do that. But yeah, just wanted to let y'all know that because I forgot. Peace. Workflow wise, I ain't a miracle worker, so it's mostly gonna be based on Pro Tools, but you can use this and use some of these techniques and things in other programs. And I'll try to tell you some other ways in the other programs. Hopefully, I kind of know, but yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So the first thing, which can be used in multiple programs, is templates. Hopefully you're already using templates at least, or you trying to get into using templates. But templates are a great way to save time getting straight to work. So I'm pretty sure when you first started, or if you're still just starting, you gotta go and make tracks every time you do a session. You gotta make tracks, aux buses, and all that stuff. With the template, as soon as you want to work with somebody, all you gotta do is pull up your template or one of your templates if it's a certain thing you do, and if you want to make multiple at least, and get straight to work instead of having to make all your aux and buses and all this crap just to even get started. So yeah, templates are a great way to save time and get straight to work. The next one is using hotkeys or shortcuts, as many people like to call it, and that's using your keyboard instead of using a mouse to do every damn thing. You want to trying to get around somewhere and do certain things and all that, instead of you having to click on something, go down, cut, and all that bull crap. You just use keys. At the bottom I'll just show you like something like cutting something. It's easy as X, when you got certain things enabled in Pro Tools at least, or Command X in some other programs, or just even straight delete, and then Command Z, just simple stuff to make it like way easier when you trying to work fast and efficient at the same time. It can make your life way easier just knowing your shortcuts and all that stuff. Next thing, this is mostly Pro Tools related. I don't think is in, I mean, another way, I'm pretty sure you can do this another way in other plugins. I mean, not plugins, in other programs, but at least for Pro Tools, the way you can do it is using AudioSuite. So, you know, if you want to, let's say you got a vocal or something and you want to put in a certain effect on just this one particular part, and you don't want to have to use, you don't want to have to make another track for it, or go to the automations, put the plugin on, and then do the effect, and then have to bypass it and all that. Make the automation to bypass it when it's off of that certain part. And, you know, to save CPU, what you can do is go to your audio suites and use that. So say if I wanted to, you know, use a little alter point on a certain part, I can just go to that certain part and, you know, pick a little preset or whatever the heck and render it. And now it has, you know, you've seen it change a little bit, but now I got it on there and I can exit out of the plugin and it's nowhere to be found. It's, you know, I'll take it off just to show you what I mean. So I'll go to little audible and I'll just let you hear what the thing sound like first, the certain sound or whatever. So this one right here. See it. So let's just see.
I just love you to say, and I can never hate you, girl. Just give me a few days.
So I'll go to high octave, wet, and you can hear it over here. It'll let you hear what you gonna do.
And I can never hate you, girl. Just give me a few days.
So, oh no, I want to change it.
And I can never hate you, girl. Just give me a few days.
Yeah. So, and I just want to change to that. So I just render it out, and now I exit the plugin, and now we'll listen to it.
I just love you to say,
and I can never hate you, girl. Just give me a few days.
So now the plugin is nowhere to be found on the screen, and you know I ain't have to bypass nothing. I just went to the AudioSuite, bring it up, went to that the file, you know, select the file I wanted to change, and boom, easy as pie. No CPU overloading stuff, you know, no plugins, you know, adding extras, taking up extra CPU or whatever. It's way easier. And you know, I think on other I keep saying that, on other programs you can use, you know, I think on FL you can consolidate. I think you can do the same thing on Ableton. I'm not really sure, but you know, consolidating track, you know, I don't know if you can do it the same way as the AudioSuite, because I don't really know, but you know, you can do a certain effect and consolidate it, do the AudioSuite, freeze it, bounce it, whatever, and it'll save you a bunch of time and CPU, make your life easier instead of you have to make all the automations and bull crap. Oh, but if you like to use a certain, you know, like I said, the little alter boy I like to use a lot. Say I'll take it out. Say if you don't want to have to oh my god, you don't want to have to go up to take it out. Did I take it off? Finally. You don't want to have to go into AudioSuite, go down to pitch shift, and then have to go all the way down to the little alter boy every single time. What you can do is on Pro Tools, you can go to the certain plugin you like to always use, hold command, click on that plugin, and then when you go back to AudioSuite, it'll be up there, you know, preset or as a template for you to use every single time you want to go to it. It'll be in your little presets right here, or whatever you want to call it, whatever they call it. So yeah, great workflow tip or make your life easier. Next, using markers or color coding. The reason I put them in the same boat is because you can use them the same kind of in the same way, I guess. But yeah, so I just use markers, for example. say if you have like your artist, they doing something and you know they go past or whatever, then they be like they want to go back to a certain part, but you don't know what that part is. Maybe it's like the verse, the beginning of the verse or whatever. Instead of you having to look for what the beginning of the verse is, you can just have, you know, your marker set up like this one right here. And so, you know, you can just be scrolling, go all the way down here, and then, you know, oh, I want to go back to the start of the first verse. I'm like, oh, this is it right here. And then click on it. Or, you know, for the hook, oh, I want to go to the second hook. You know, I don't really got to set up for the marker, but, you know, for color coding at least, I have a color coded to yellow to mark it as the verse. I mean, not the verse, the hook. This is the hook. And, you know, I show you how to make a marker. Well, so if you have a full size keyboard with the numeric, the number pad attached to it, this will be a lot easier, but I don't. So, but on the number pad, all you got to do is press enter and it'll bring up the marker, like where you can add a marker. But since I don't, I have to press the function key on Mac and enter, and it'll bring up me, you know, a new memory location. So, and I have my memory location down here at the right already, the window. But if you go up to, what is it? Is it window, probably, and window, go up to window, and then go down to memory locations, press that, make sure it's checked, and it'll be down here. You can just click through them and go to them or whatever. You see, I'll just zoom in. Let's see, go to the start, V1, and then V start. I was, you know, just experimenting with some earlier, but yeah, that's a good way to, you know, move around faster. And then the way you can start color coding things to, you know, see where they are. If you go over on Pro Tools, over here to the left, they say track color code. Well, it'll probably come up, but it's like the little bar over here, all the way on the left of your tracks. You just double click that, and it'll pull up the color panel, and you can pick what you're trying to color or whatever and everything. So yeah, that'll help you label stuff, you know, identify things a little bit easier, make it easier for you to identify things, pretty much. Yeah. Next is presets. Now, you got presets and stuff. You might already know about presets and all that, but, you know, for those who do not or don't use them and the way that I'm about to say, I'm gonna just tell you now. There are already, I'm pretty sure you heard of presets and like plugins, but on Pro Tools you can use presets on tracks. So like, sometimes I got a few artists I know they want a certain, you know, sound or whatever, so I made a preset to go on tracks for them. So like their inserts and stuff on their, you know, vocals. So I just go over to, well, the way I made it, instead of you having to put it, you know, maybe you got something in like your EQs or whatever presets in there, you know, that'll make it way easier too. But this is just a little different. I have it to where I can recall the inserts. So I got Vox presets, and I can just go to one of these, and it'll just I click on it, change it, and it'll change to something totally different. Now it's got a different EQ, the compressor's probably set up different. I might, you know, if you do it different, maybe you'll have like different plugins pop up or whatever, but you seen like, you know, the auto-tune turned off, you know, for different people or whatever. You know, that's just something easy. Or maybe even if you don't want to do vocals, maybe you want to pull up a master preset on your master or whatever. I kind of gotta make one, but you know what I mean. They probably got some over here. No, they don't. Oh wait, got something. Anyways, you know, maybe you got a master bus preset or something like that. You know, you can do whatever, but it's just a good way to save time, to make it easier on yourself to you know, set things up and get to work or whatever. But the next one is labeling. Now this right here can go across all things, because labeling is, that can save you so much time. Because if you're working with somebody and then you label something different than what they even thought in their head, maybe they, you know, you say they working with a person and it'd be like, can you pull up this song from like blah 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 or something like that, and you don't remember, so you gotta go clicking through all the songs and all that y'all done did. You just, you know, label it something not even creative, just something that you know you gonna remember, like dates and stuff. That's what I do. It'll make it easier on yourself. So like every time I create a session for an artist or whatever, and we about to start a new session, and about, you know, get to engineering, doing my thing, you know, all that blase. I'm just show you right here. I put the artist name, put the date, and I put what song, you know, what number song we on for the session. You know, maybe on the third song and that day, or for that particular session or whatever. You know, it'll make it easier on yourself to, you know, at least on your part, to find the songs that they was, you know, wanted you to fix or wanted you to mix or whatever. Hopefully they didn't change the song themselves on their part, or at least let you know that they changed the song, because I know so many times it didn't happen. The show done happened to me and we had to go find the songs. But at least you'll know the date, so if they can check the date or whatever, that'll help immensely and make it easier on both of y'all to find the song. But yeah, that'll help a lot. Labeling, and not even just labeling before a session, labeling, you know, your tracks and all that over here, labeling your sends and stuff, labeling your inputs and outputs. I don't think I labeled my inputs and outputs, did I? Over here I did. You know, labeling your inputs and outputs and all that stuff, even in your folders and stuff. Maybe you got your sessions and everything, or your beats. You just want, you know, separate and organize everything. It's just great to keep that in mind and all that. These next two, well, the one that I just said and these last two are not really Pro Tools based. It really can go all across the board, anything, well, musically at least, and other programs and everything. But the next one I'm gonna talk about is two next things is In Key and AudioSuite. In Key is kind of a software. I don't really think it's a plugin, but software you can use it is a software that helps you identify the key and the BPM and a few other things of songs. So if I got like a song or something that I want to find the key of, I already got the key and BPM of this song right here. I already got the key and BPM of this song, but if I just they pull up, they tell me they want a beat or something, and they're like, I got this beat, and they give it to me. They don't got no key, no BPM or nothing on it. I could just throw it on here and it'll analyze it and just tell me the BPM, the energy, and put some cue points and all that stuff on there for me. It really helped a lot, like with artists that, you know, want to use auto-tune or something like that, you know. Of course the BPM, because maybe you want to, you know, got to edit the track or something and anything like that, or sync your delays and all that stuff, you know, sync your stuff. So it's mostly used, well, people who mostly use it is DJs for the most part, you know, to you know, mix while they, you know, DJing and all that stuff. Make sure, you know, they stuff has the same key on, you know, in the same ballpark the BPM or the same key and all that stuff. And, you know, it's mostly for them, but it really helps with audio engineering too. When you're trying to engineer somebody, they, you know, you want to know the key of something so you can put the auto tune and all that stuff, or, you know, or a rapper, or artist, whoever. But yeah, very helpful. And AudioKey is by Antares. Got it over here. It's basically an analyzer. So like, if you got say if you playing a beat or whatever, I just kind of like play this one a little bit. So it'll just analyze the beat or whatever while it's playing.
Ain't nothing like them niggas from your past.
And you know, if you got auto tune on another track, oh snap, I done did some stuff. You got auto tune on another track, you can just I'll just have this open and open up auto tune and play the beat. Then it'll change any auto tune that's in the program. So it's D minor, and then you see it just changed it. So now we got the whatever in key now. So yeah, that is a very good thing to use, and plug in to use in any program pretty much. If you're trying to get the key quick and get straight to work. They can make it easier on any audio engineer that may not know, how to find the key of something very well, or it's just beginning on something like that. But this next one I am going to tell you about and teach you about is something that people really don't, or well, at least audio engineers or people in music don't really think about. That at least I've heard that I think every engineer should use, when they tracking and stuff like that, is a gaming mouse. Now you might be thinking, why would I want to use a gaming mouse? Like, I ain't trying to move too fast and across on the moving the mouse extra fast. I mean, the mouse already light. I guess you wouldn't want too light of a mouse, but not even a mouse itself. It would be I'm talking about using the buttons, the extra buttons that the gaming mouse come with, gaming mice. So the mouse I have is it's called it's a Razer mouse, the Mamba Elite edition. It's a wired one. I had the wireless one, but they stopped. It kept messing up because now the Razer has stopped being compatible for Mac for some reason. I don't know why. Y'all probably tell me, maybe. I don't know. But I just got the wired one because it works better because it's connected straight to the computer, and I guess it doesn't lose connection unless you disconnect it. But yeah. Using the extra buttons to put shortcuts on and use the macros and stuff like that. The buttons I put on here, or the shortcuts I put on my mouse, is punch, record, play, delete, and save. Well, this particular session, you got someone who likes to punch in a lot. So instead of me having to go, I guess you can do it if you got a numeric keypad attached to your keyboard, but I don't. So this still helps a lot using the mouse. And then this is even if you got like a laptop or something, but I could just press record each time and then stop it. The play button is stopped too, like space bar. So I just put space bar on one of the buttons, that the extra button on here, the save. So you always got to save 1,000 times. Make sure as soon as it crashes, you still got the latest save and all that. So I'm saving 100 times before they even start the next sentence or next phrase or bar. And delete, because while we punching in, maybe they want to delete something or take something off and redo it each time, or do it another time or whatever. And I could just take it straight off, select it, take it straight off just by using the mouse. Now I barely even have to touch the keyboard half the time while I'm tracking somebody. So I think every tracking engineer should get a gamer mouse, because you can have one hand free doing something else. I don't know. Hopefully, trying to drink your coffee or your drink or eating or whatever, if you got a long session or whatever, while the other hand is on the mouse, just tracking vocals, tracking instruments, tracking guitar, drums, whatever. But yeah, it saves a lot of time. I'm just telling you now. I mean, shoot, if you got a billion buttons on your keyboard, I mean, no, not a keyboard, on your mouse, shoot, try to put as many shortcuts as you can on it, so you can barely have to touch the keyboard to do anything. That was the last one. Last thing you can use to make your life way easier and, you know, make your workflow way faster as a audio engineer. And that is coming from Lucid, the engineer side, because like I said before, I'm also a producer and an artist. Yeah, just telling you 8 ways you can make your life easier, or 8 things you can use to make your life as an audio engineer easier with workflow. If you like the video, you know, if you liking the videos, might as well subscribe, you know, for future stuff that might be coming out or whatever. If you want to be the first one to watch it, the first one to know when some gems about to get dropped again, hit the bell. I think that's about it. I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.
Cooking this shit